or suffer gastric issues. 10 likes. Ignore. Then you keep scrolling and you see another reel. POV, you took science stream and now you're regretting all your life choices. 20K likes. And me personally, like instantly. Social media was built on the concept of relatability, on moments of shared imperfection. We laugh at our messy rooms, awkward crushes, chaotic minds. But somewhere along the way, we forget to embrace those very imperfections in real life. Well, good afternoon, and I present to you a brand new blueprint for progress. My solution today is to start with music. Because did you know that some of the most iconic songs of our generation weren't created intentionally? They were mistakes. A record scratched accidentally, a synth machine malfunctioned, and someone had the courage to take that glitch and to use it. And that's how the genres we know of, namely lo-fi, glitchcore, vaporwave, were created. Still don't believe me? Well, here's something you can believe. The Beatles, they used tape loops and backward sounds. Some of their songs, pure experimentation. Then we have the Beyoncé, who used chatter noises and breath sounds in her studio recordings. And I quote, because it felt more human to her. Then we have Kanye West. In his albums 808 and Heartbreak, he used autotune in an imperfect yet emotional manner. It created a brand new standard in hip-hop, which still hasn't been broken to date. Then, of course, we have Billie Eilish, who redefined the pop world as a whole, with her soft beats instead of loud ones, and whispers instead of bells. And I need not mention the world-famous Mozart. Although known for breaking certain musical rules, he brought out dissonances and rubato, which were all a part of his musical genius, especially for his time. Now let's fast forward. Let's speak in music producer terms. Micro-pitch deviation, pitch instability, timbre inconsistency. All these fancy words are actually factors that add emotional texture to music, making each piece different. For example, a singer's vibrato. It can waver unpredictably. But what this does is it adds vulnerability and tension to the song. Rhythmically speaking, being slightly behind or ahead of a beat is known as a groove. And at a party, how many of us would want to dance to robotic beats instead of a little groove here and there? Not me, that's for sure. And that's exactly why DJs and music producers bring back noise, swing, analog imperfections into their tracks. This is commonly seen in jazz, funk, hip-hop, etc. Now, on a neurological level, 90% of the human brain responds better to subtle deviations in pitch. They feel alive. Over-quantized pitch-perfect recordings can sound sterile and lacks the human emotion that our brain craves. And that's exactly why, if I were to do this, nothing interesting here. Absolutely boring. But if I deviated it a little bit and did, I can already see a few heads going up in the audience. And that's exactly what imperfections in music does. It scratches our brain in just the right way. Now, why am I saying all this? It's because imperfections in music are in fact fingerprints. They make each piece distinct and personal. Me personally, I'm a dancer. So before a dance routine, I never start with 1, 2, 3, go. No, dancers would agree that we go for a 5 and a 6 and a 5, 6, 7 and that's not perfect, but that's just the vibe imperfections bring. So I suggest all the music producers out there, take a step closer and listen. Because when it comes to music, perfection isn't the goal, connection is. Now, let's step outside the studio. Let's step into real life. Isn't it the same? From light bulb to AI, every single major invention was created from trial and error. Even AI, which seems so sleek and perfect, was in fact made by failing forward. A madman in his scientist lab who had to try at least 1,000,000 times until he finally got his hypothesis correct. Just like how we have to do trigonometry questions in multiple different ways to finally reach the right answer. And why is all this? It's because imperfection isn't failure. It's a feedback, a catalyst, a hidden pattern, a beat you and I didn't know was there. So even after all this, we see our schools rewarding right answers over real learning. We see workplaces hiding flaws behind perfect presentations. We see ourselves posting on social media only when something looks good, not when it feels good. So here's my question. What if we flipped the script? What if schools rewarded curiosity over right answers? What if workplaces embraced flaws as unity? What if music software stopped deleting glitches and instead started building on them? Because the future isn't going to be built by those who are perfect. It's going to be built by those who convert their mess-ups into masterpieces. A world without imperfections is a world without originality. But a world that embraces its flaws, now that is where innovation lives. So here's the blueprint I offer. Don't chase flawless. Chase fearless. Let your cracks be chords. Let your stumbles be rhythms. Let your failures be a new kind of soundtrack. Because in this world, perfection and the best progress isn't always perfect. It sounds like you. Thank you.